Sure. So from WiMAX, what we're doing here today is just trying to showcase everybody what's new in WiMAX and all the progress that we've made. We have at our booth over probably 40 different devices, 10 different vendors coming together to showcase the best of WiMAX equipment that's in the market today. We have new networks that have launched. We have over 40 service providers that are showcasing networks. UQ is getting ready to soft launch their network next week, and we were showcasing them with top speeds of up to 40 megabits per second download and 10 megabits per second uplink. We have new PC OEMs that have launched new WiMAX notebooks, and then in addition to that, we announced progress that our Atom chipset has made and our new Atom processor, especially into new mid-platforms, mobile internet device platforms. And the one announcement that was announced yesterday morning that was most exciting was LG choosing our new mid-platform Atom-based processor for their next smartphone design. We actually think the opposite because it's a lower cost solution. So we think now people are going to evaluate it even more seriously. People that have already committed to WiMAX networks, I mean, there's over probably, I think the number crested somewhere of 400 different trials and deployments, something well over 200 different operators that are actually utilizing it to deploy. It's actually even larger than that. And many of those operators are saying, now, you keep investing in infrastructure, especially with all the stimulus bills that are going on everywhere globally, not just the U.S. Secondly, you evaluate the technology on which is really the lowest cost solution. And WiMAX by far is the lowest cost solution. I mean, Clearwire recently in the U.S., the CEO of Clearwire made a comment that deploying a technology like WiMAX was about 1/10 the cost of what his other options would have been from an OpEx and a CapEx perspective. So certainly we're not naive that everybody from an economic perspective is going to evaluate all those decisions, and you might see build-outs that's slow. But in terms of WiMAX being successful, just by comparison to another technology, hands down, it's a less expensive technology. Yeah, great question. So let me do a separation. One is people that are using it for mobile technology. Those are the Sprints of the world. And let me address that first, and then we'll talk about other places in the world. So for mobile technology, meaning that, they think it's a fully built mobile technology, get in your car, drive 100 kilometers per hour, be able to retain a connection, whether it's for a data device, notebook, laptop, in-dash PC, in-dash, movie player, any type of those devices, and handsets as well. Certainly the Sprint and Clearwire merger slowed down their deployment. It just did. It was a process, and I think to happen, unfortunately, has to go through a normal process of Justice Department, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That probably delayed it about 9 months. Then, because of those delays, it just took longer to do provisioning of sites, et cetera, et cetera. So they've launched 2 markets in the U.S. They're getting ready to launch more. What we've seen in all of our conversations with them is that it's going incredibly well. There's real demand for the product. The technology is very flexible for them. They're using it for both fixed, nomadic, and for mobile. And they're they haven't given us the exact numbers, but they've said it's ahead of our expectations. They'll go ahead and they'll announce their earnings, I think, sometime in March, and so we'll get a better clue of what that looks like. And then their rollout plan, they're going to announce more publicly, and I think we'll see them probably get to a much larger number of people that are covered and more subscribers than 09. Now, by comparison, people that are following the same type of business model that's Sprint and Clearwire and using it for mobile technology, obviously there's Korea and Japan. Korea with KT and SKT, and they've been close to 200,000 subscribers in that market. They've been using it for mobile technology, still expanding to the rest of Korea. Japan is the next on the market, so UQ Communications, who's a subsidiary of KDDI, they just announced that they're soft launching on, I believe, the 26th of February. That's where they're saying, gosh, we've seen up to 40 megabits per second downlink, 10 uplink. It's not average, but up to, which is incredible. So they're using it for a similar business. And I think, there's other places, Skartel and Comstar in Russia are also using it for a very similar technology, and there'll be more. Now, if you switch over to the other side of the fence, where you have people that are using it for fixed and nomadic, those deployments haven't changed and they haven't stopped. And, we've got laundry lists of who those operators are that they would consider to be, successful operators. Places like Wateen in Pakistan, places like in Bulgaria, places like WorldMax in the Netherlands, a long list of those people that are using it slightly differently. But they've chosen WiMAX because they've said today our use case might in fact be fixed, but we can grow up to be a full mobile carrier. It's a great question. So Intel directly, in terms of our silicon breadth and reach, is primarily devoted to our device ecosystem, which is really notebooks, netbooks, and mobile internet devices. And so we're working aggressively with who you might consider to be the typical partners, the Dells of the world, the Sony's, laptop manufacturers, etc. We have many of those products that are certified on the Sprint and Clearwire network today, growing to what we think will be over 100 different systems by the end of 2009. But additionally, if we wear our just more generic WiMAX hat and the activities that we do in the WiMAX forum in terms of prioritizing and promoting and working with places like Taiwan and the ODM community in Taiwan, we're working hard to help them understand sort of the breadth of devices. Intel isn't directly selling silicon into those markets, but ensuring that there are certification programs for those devices and that we can really enter what we consider to be the retail model, which is where, just like Wi-Fi, you can walk in and buy a Wi-Fi radio for your printer, for your camera, and what we're doing at Intel is combining our Wi-Fi and WiMAX chipset into one module. I think a lot of other silicon manufacturers will do the same thing for CE types of devices, handset type of devices, etc., so that you can have those dual mode and even tri-mode type products.